Hey everyone, so you're about to watch my first makeup tutorial ever. This is the after. This is what I look like after I put on some makeup. So it's been much requested from a lot of people. So I just want to say thank you for liking my makeup and thank you for pretty much making me do my first video tutorial ever. So I hope you enjoy, and disclaimers, product knowledge, all that kind of stuff is going to be at the bottom of this post. So alright, enjoy, have fun! Hey everyone, so let's get this makeup tutorial started. First I want to start off with Mary Kay's CC Cream. This one in particular is a pump. So what I do is you just pump it one time. You put it on your ring finger and then you kind of mix it with your pinky. However, for this tutorial, I'm actually pumping it twice so that you guys can see. Afterwards, you just kind of make sure it's on both hands. I don't know if you can see. And then you do what I like to call a swoosh. You do it on your chin, then on your nose, kind of across, and then the rest of it you put on your forehead. You just blend it in, like so. Be careful not to pull your skin, just kind of, I guess, just kind of massage it. Don't pull on your skin because that's what causes wrinkles, crow's feet, especially around the eyes. Notice how I'm not really going underneath my eye yet. There's a different method for that. So pretty much you take regular makeup sponge and then you just dab it in, which is what I like to do. I really don't like to do any type of pulling or tugging around the eye area. I'm starting to get a little older and I don't exactly want to make myself age more because I actually do get some kind of compliments on how young I really do look. So once you're done dabbing this in, afterwards, a lot of girls ask me, because I tend to wear a lot of eye makeup, especially dark eye makeup. I'm known for my cat eye. A lot of girls ask me, how do you do it that it doesn't smudge underneath your eye? Which I feel like is a very big problem that a lot of girls have. So what I have found that has worked for me is you just take any type of mineral foundation. I use Glory Boon. Color is, I believe, cream. And it's a very awesome mineral foundation, I feel like. I also use this kind of a brush. I know that a lot of people, they use different types of brushes. This is one in particular that works for me. So once your CC cream has kind of sunken in a little bit, it's dried up a little bit, you take a little bit, you pretty much just like dab it in. If there's any excess on the end of the brush, just tap it along the side of the lid. So I pretty much just put it underneath my eye like so. I do one on each side, and again, no tugging or pulling. I'm just kind of smoothing it over, finishing it off with a little bit of a dab. And then afterwards is when I do the rest of my face. So I do, obviously, T-zone. A lot of us, we do not like to have greasy faces, oily faces, anything like that. So wherever you have more grease, apply more mineral foundation. Obviously, forehead and nose is my problem. So I tend to put more on top of those two. And also put a little bit on your neck too, like the excess of it, just because you don't want to have that look where it's one color here and then your neck starts and it's different color. That's not cute. Afterwards, I move on to Bare Minerals bronzer in matte. I like the matte a lot better than the powder form. And I have recently actually found the color that works for me. I will add all of the colors and all the products that I use at the bottom of this post. So all that you do is, this is where you get a little more intense with your makeup, because bronzer is not meant to make your face look really tan, which I feel a lot of girls have a problem with that. It's more so for contouring, which I just recently learned. So pretty much all that you do, you put a decent amount on the end of your brush. Again, if there's excess, just tap it on the lid. But what you do, I don't know if you can see, what you do is you just squeeze like this and you apply it to all the areas that you want to contour, which most of the time is underneath your cheekbones, underneath your jawline right here, and right here on your forehead. You're pretty much just making like a letter 3, is what I learned works for me. So you put it underneath your cheekbone, like so. You do it obviously on all sides. You're gonna look, just FYI, you're gonna look really scary when you first do this, just because when I first did it, I was a little scared. I looked like a monster. Because don't worry, you have to blend all of this in at the end anyway. So you just apply a little bit. I'm obviously applying a lot, like just because I'm shooting this video with you guys. So you just continue. And remember, always use your brush like this, because if you're going to use your brush like you normally do, you're going to get bronzer all over your face, and that is not what contouring is about. Like I said before, it's to bring out the bold features in your face, and then later on when we blend it in, we're going to soften everything up, but it pretty much sucks you this way. So for me, since I have a pretty round oval face, I don't really have too many features that show, you know, any type of contouring or anything like that. So this is all an illusion. So once you're done with that, just make sure it's all in the particular areas underneath your cheekbones. Again, right here, here, and here. And then we move on to our blush. I'm using Mary Kay Strawberry Cream. I like to go more for a pink blush just because I noticed that when I use a blush that has more of a purple tint to it, it kind of looks like I got punched in the face. It looks like I have a bruise or something like that. So I tend to stick with pinks. Also, I have pink undertones, so it works a little bit better for me. So you just apply a little bit. I always blow on the brush too instead of tapping the lid. You could do either or, I guess. So after that, this is what the blush looks like. You have to smile because you need to put it on the apples of your cheeks for when you smile. Because right now you can't see the apples of my cheeks. You have to actually smile for that. And then you go on top of the contouring for the bronzer. So pretty much you just go like this. And I like to use circular motions. That's just me though. I'm not really sure how everyone else does it, but that's what works for me. So again, on this side, and I'm going to do this a second time just so that you guys can see this in the video. But you're really only supposed to do it once. See, when I smile, my cheekbones show up. So at this point, this is when you're going to blend everything in. So pretty much, you have to blend it until, that's what I like to say, until it's very, like a very subtle look. You don't want to look like a clown. You also don't want to look like you just got a really bad spray tan. There's a lot of bronzers out there that have orange undertones and orange hues. Like I said, I will name all of the products I'm using in this video. I found that Bare Minerals, the matte, is the one that works the most for me. It has more of a brown undertone rather than an orange undertone. And it's really not that expensive, especially since you're not really going to be using that much bronzer now that you know how to actually use it for contouring. Just make sure you're not putting it all over your face. I'm blending it right now, but it's only because there's nothing on my brush. And I'm blending it. Also, sometimes you'll get kind of like a buildup. There will be more bronzer somewhere up top or whatever. So once you're done with that, this is when you move on to your eyes. So for an everyday look, I'm not going to do a smoky eye look just because that's a whole tutorial in itself. I'm just going to do what I do for every day. So what I start out with, I have Maybelline. I'll actually show you. I have this. Either one of these colors I pretty much use on the daily because I'm just going to put it right on top of my lid. I'm going to use the lighter shimmer one just because it's just a really pretty color, I personally think. So you just put it right on top of your lid like so. And see, you can't really tell that there's anything there. That's why I like it, because it's very subtle. I can wear this look to the office and look professional. Just because, like I said, I do love my cat eyes. So I like to go, when I have more of a professional situation, I like to go for more of a subtle eye because I do like my cat eye. After that, this will depend on how dark you want your brows. I don't look good when I have extremely dark brows. I look good when they're a little bit darker just because, as you can see, it looks like I have no eyebrows because my hair is so thin. I use this one. I don't know if you can see this one right here. And I use this kind of a brush. I don't really think it's the brush you're supposed to use for eyebrows, but totally fine. I will work with it. So you just start off with the way that I was taught. You go like this, and this is where your brow should start. Here is where your arch should be. You do it on an angle, and when you do this angle is where your brow should end. I will eventually have tutorials on all of this stuff eventually. Right now this is just your everyday face. And also I'm doing this kind of quick. Just to let you ladies know, this will take you a little bit more time, especially the contouring. I'm just doing it really fast for this tutorial. But it will take you a little bit longer. Unless if you're really good at doing makeup, you can probably do this in like 10 minutes. So you have to make sure both of your brows are even. I noticed a lot of my friends and we have this problem where we have our good brow and our bad brow. So you just have to make sure that you make both of them look as good as possible. Obviously, as you know, our faces are not symmetrical, so they're not going to be identical unless you literally pencil them in and make the illusion of it. So afterwards, I take just a regular black eyeliner pencil. I personally like the pencils rather than the roll-ons or the gels or whatever. I guess I'm just old school, I don't really know. A lot of girls have this problem. I also am guilty of having this problem of pulling their eye, like this part down and doing it on the inside, when really that's really bad for your eyes. So you just want to put it right on the outside of your eye, like right where your eyelashes are pretty much. And don't do too much, because when you do too much, that's when you're going to get the buildup underneath your eye. So you just do this. Oh, and also that little hand flailing before, that was a bug, was in my face, so ignore that part of the video. So you pretty much just apply it like that. I can't really see because my mirror is really far, so I can't really see exactly, but that's the main gist of it. So now we move on to the cat eye. This is my favorite. I use NYC liner. I've been using this for, oh my gosh, I've been using the same eyeliner for, I don't even know, maybe 5 years. And I tried to switch and I just can't. This is what the actual applicator part of it looks like. A lot of girls like to use different types. This is more so for people that want the exact and who don't have a shaky hand. I'm starting to get kind of shaky hands, but totally fine. I could fix it. Fix the eyeliner. So you pretty much just do enough so that it just looks like enough to do a cat eye. I'm actually going to get a mirror a little more up close. So you do half of your eye, like so. This is the trick to cat eyes. You start with the outer half of your eye, and then you work your way into the inside. this is just how I do it. Again, my disclaimer will be at the bottom. I'm no makeup artist. I'm not certified in this. This is just what works for me. And like I said, I've been getting a lot of people requesting tutorials. So then for this one, this is actually my worst eye because this is where I use my left hand. I'm not a lefty. So same idea. You just do cat eye halfway and then you work your way this way. Okay. And sometimes you're going to have to even out your cat eye just because sometimes, you know, your hand might move or something of that sort. So this is when your cat eye is done. And afterwards, I personally don't like to use mascara every day just because I know that it's really bad for your eyelashes. Also, make sure when you put on liquid liner, you don't open your eyes really wide because you're going to get it all over your lid. So after that, a lot of girls use mascara. Me personally, I don't like to use mascara every day. It's just my personal preference. I have really long eyelashes to begin with, so for me when I put on mascara, it looks like I'm ready to go out to the club or going to an event, so that's why I try to just tone it down. Like I said, unless if I'm going out or something, that's different. So I, afterwards, like to use Burt's Bees chapstick. I'm a Burt's Bees kind of girl. I love chapstick. So you just put it on. And then I like to finish off the whole entire look with Mary Kay. This particular color is Color Me Coral. So you pretty much just push it out of the packaging and then you just apply it like so. And then just make sure that you don't have those crazy looking lines everywhere. And now your everyday face is finished, ready to go to the office or ready to just go out shopping, grocery shopping, whatever. So, alright, yeah, that's it.